Alright, hello guys, welcome back to this channel. This is Ezekiel Akimbola speaking. In today's video, we want to look at the different classes of trademark registration. So, some of you must have been hearing me talking about classes, and classes. But in this video, I'm breaking down the different classes, discussing with you why the classes are important and why you must make sure you select the right class at every point in time that you are carrying out the registration. So, when trademark registration is, when you register a trademark, in Nigeria, you are not just protecting the name, the logo, or the slogan, you're also protecting it within a specific category. And that category could be category for goods or category for services. And these are called classes. Now, choosing the right class for classes is critical to legal protection and to whether your application succeeds or not. So, we have two classes. So, the first set of classes are categorized for goods products, while the other class is specifically for service. Now, let me break it down now. So, Nigeria uses the NICE classification system, and the NICE classification system, which is an international standard with 45 trademark class. And this 45 trademark class recognizes goods and services so that trademarks are registered in the correct context based on how the brand is used. So we have we have basically 45 classes in all, like I mentioned before. So from class 1 to 34, it is for goods, that is physical products. For class 35 to 45, it covers for services. So when you are making selections, you make sure that you know the exact category you are falling into. If it's for a product, then you know that you can't go beyond class 34. If it's for a service, you know you can go between 35 and class 45. Having said that, this means that even every trademark, whether a product or a service, must specify the class or classes that applies to it. So why does class actually matter, right? One is because protection is class specific. So the kind of protection you will get will be based on the class you have registered. In fact, that is the reason why some people prefer to register their trademark in as many relevant classes as much as possible. So if for a product that I'm having, after doing my due diligence, I noticed that I can register that particular product in 3 classes. It means simply that I must protect myself in those 3 classes. If not, if I protect myself in just one of the classes, someone else can register that same name in the other 2 classes, and there will be no issue. So protection is class specific. So when you register trademark in a class, your right only applies to that class alone. If you register in the wrong class, your mark may be rejected. That's another thing, right? So even if it is approved, your trademark could be weak or unenforceable. So if your choice of class, that's why you have to get the necessary information. If your choice of class is not proper, you might run into issues at the end of the day, right? So it doesn't cover the right classes. So if it doesn't cover the right class, then it means your registration is invalid in the first place. So when you are carrying out a trademark search, make sure you are registering in the proper class and appropriate class, no matter what. So the registered green leaf, for instance, right, under class 3, that is for a cosmetic product. That is class 3 for cosmetic product and soap and skincare products, right? So, but your business also sells herbal tea and juice, right? Now, those tea products fall under class 30. That's for food products. So, your trademark would not protect those products unless you file in class 30 as well. Even though green leaf is trademarked, green leaf is trademarked under class 3 alone, and that only covers the skincare and soap product, but it doesn't protect the other remaining products, which are the herbal tea or the juice that you are making. I believe this example makes sense to you. So classification is class, your protection rather in trademark is class based. So depending on the class you are choosing will determine the protection you will get. Even though the trademark, don't forget the trademark itself, green leaf in this example, is trademarked. Register, I have my trademark. But the question is in what class? If another person comes to register green leaf in class 30 now, the person will get the name and it will be available for the person. But it will not be available after the person has registered. I believe you get the gist. So what each class covers. So I'm going to be listing the different classes you have. as much as possible. So class 1 covers chemical used in industry, agriculture, or science. So class 3 also covers soap, perfumes, cosmetics. Class 9 covers electronic software, scientific instrument. Class 25 covers clothing, footwear, get gear. Class 29 meat, dairy, prepared food. Class 30 covers staple food, beverages, spices, etc. Class 32 covers beverages, non-alcoholic. Class 33 covers alcohols. Class 35 to 45 covers services. Don't forget that, right? So it covers class 35 specifically covers business services and advertising retail. Class 36 covers financial and insurance services. 41 covers education, training, and entertainment. Class 42 covers technology, software services. Class 43 covers hospitality and catering services. Class 45 covers security, legal services, individual care. So you can see the different classes I've mentioned. So these are just few of the classes. I will do much to provide a link where all these different classes are based. Meanwhile, you can also go online, just search for the classes of trademark or trademark class. In fact, let me give you an assignment, right? So once you know the class that your product is falling into, do well to drop the class in the chat. Let me see it and I'll comment, right? Okay, so the next thing we also want to know is that why choosing the wrong class is a big problem. Now, let me break it down for you. So the first thing to note is that trademark rejection could happen, right, if you choose the wrong class. So if your trademark application is not aligned with the correct class, the registry may refuse registration outrightly because the goods or services description doesn't match the class. That's one. Two, it could mean your trademark is weak or has an incomplete protection for your business. So even if your trademark is approved, if it is wrong in the wrong class, your competitors can register the same and similar mark in the correct class, leaving you hanging. I believe you don't want to find yourself in such a situation. So make sure you register in the right class. The next thing to note is that you may also be able to enforce your trademark. You may not be able to enforce your trademark right against those who exploit the gap. So if you have, now let me give you, this thing is just about wisdom. If you have somebody who is a competitor, right, that didn't register in the right class, you come, we'll help you register in the right class. So that's just the point. It's as simple as that. So let me give you an example. A fashion brand files in class 25, that is clothing, but also offers styling and workshop. Now that fashion brand is only doing for class 25. Now that branding styling workshop is covered in class 41, which is for educational services. So you teach people how to carry out fashions. You have a fashion school, for instance. So you have already registered in class 25, which is covering the brand, right? The fashion brand files. But what about if you register in class 41? So if you don't register in class 41 to cover the educational sector where you're having the fashion school, then you might lose that part. So without filing for class 41, that portion of the brand is not protected. So register as many classes as possible. So how trademark classes work in practical? You can file in multiple classes as much as possible, 5, 10 classes, but they must be relevant classes. Classes refer to the use. So the classes you register will determine the kind of product and the use for the product. Similar marks can coexist across classes. So I can have green leaf, for instance, in class 1, class 15, class 17, owned by different people. Do you get that? So provided they are not in conflict in the same class, then it's fine and good to go. Example of clarification. So example 1, let me look at example 1 where you have a clothing plus a store. Now a fashion designer wants to protect clothing, which is in class 25, want to protect retail store services, which is in class 35. So if only 25 is filed, the clothes are protected, but another business could offer fashion retail services under a confusingly similar mark without violating your right, which is going to be in class 35. Unless class 35 is registered, then it is not covered. So when you are using a brand name, make sure it covers all the necessary class as much as possible, right? So I believe you have gotten a lot of value from this particular video. If you want more value, you can do well to take our trademark toolkit course where we have broken down this information far more in details, and you must make sure you subscribe to this channel as well, right? So if you have any question on the fact that you want to register your trademark, do well to drop it in the DM. My WhatsApp number will be in the DM below. My name is Ezekiel, and I'll see you in the next one.